Hello people, my name is Rage, and welcome one and all as we find out if the legend of Korra is indeed worth the price. So for those of you that don't know, this is a spin-off game to the animated television show Legend of Korra, which itself was a pseudo-sequel to Avatar: The Last Airbender, which, to me personally, is one of the greatest pieces of media I have ever consumed. What a pretentious way to say that. Oh yes, I regularly consume media and I find it to be delectable. But either way, I absolutely love the world of Avatar, the controlling elements, the politics of it, how the Avatar fits in, and while I will always love the first series, I will admit that Korra has done some really cool things in terms of story. It's a lot darker, it tackles a lot more serious issues, and I really like it, and I am a major fanboy for both series. So when I was like, oh, a game's coming out by people who have genuinely kind of made okay licensed games, I was a little bit excited, to be fair. So let's jump in, and I will tell you what is going on with this, because it's, to give you a quick TLDR, it's not bad, alright? It is certainly not bad. I am deliberately early on in the game because it is a story-focused game, so I don't want to spoil anything. You do get delightful cutscenes which actually look like animations from the show, as you're about to see. So, spoilers from the third chapter is a warning here, but unfortunately I can't avoid showing you some of these.
Hello? Where is everybody?
Korra, what's wrong?
Janora, where are you?
I'm with the rest of the family on an airship coming back from visiting Grandma Katara, but I could sense that you were in trouble.
You could say that. Some chi blockers hit me with darts that blocked my bending, and I think they're following me.
There's spirit water in the jars around the temple. It might help you recuperate.
Which ones? Uh-oh, no time to talk. I guess I'll have to look while I'm dealing with these guys.
And there you go, ladies and gentlemen. So that is pretty much how the game flows. You get cutscene, then you go into action. Now this game is a brawler, and a fairly simplistic one at that. It is helped majorly by the fact you are of course playing the Avatar and have access to all the elements, though right now, I don't have access to elements because, as you saw in that cutscene, my chi has been blocked by people who are dressed like the followers of Amon, the villain who was taken out in the first season and technically shouldn't still be around. So the reason I'm avoiding actually fighting is because I want to have my first piece of criticism with this game as a fan of the show. If you're not a fan of the show, this will look completely fine. But what Korra can do in this game is that while her bending is blocked, right, she can just straight up beat people down. These Equalists who are trained in anti-bender hand-to-hand combat, you can straight up melee. It is so jarring because this is not how it works. Without bending, she would get her ass kicked by these people, and you could just straight up punch them to death. Now, on the flip side, what I do love is that, as you can see in the top left, I'm switching between styles of bending, which, if I had my bending, would be obviously switching what I'm currently bending, fire, water, and air. Whereas, while I don't have my bending, what it actually switches is my style of martial arts. So we have air, which is all about palm jabs. We have fire, which is rapid jabs. We have earth, which is slow, big, strong punches. And we have water, which is really flowy, open-handed movements. And I think that's a really nice touch. If you're going to have absurd, somehow Korra is now a melee god, then at least you do have that detail with different martial arts styles. So what you're watching right now is basically how the entire game flows. You go from combat section to combat section, doing a kind of simplistic objective and having to fight your way through guys periodically. Ooh, blue Equalists! Dun 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 dun! So these ones, of course, have their bowlers all up in here. So you do end up having various different enemies, and as you can see, there is various types of quick time events that break up the fighting somewhat, and honestly, it's all fine. I have done a bit of the bending fighting, of course, because you do some at the beginning, and you do some after this, as we are now recovering our bending, but I just had to show you this hand-to-hand bit, because if you're a fan of the show, you will be laughing along with me here. But yes, the combat itself feels really quite fluid, and honestly, there is no real complaints. Given that it is a brawler, god damn it! Given that it is a brawler game, it flows like one quite well. Come on, are you serious right now? Ugh. I should probably just start dodging, honestly. There we go. Oh, wow. Well, I just got beaten. That is quite awkward, honestly. That's the first time I've ever been defeated in this game, and typically it happens on camera. That is just fantastic. I am the best player you have ever seen. Just completely. But yes, the combat itself, and you will see when we get bending, is really quite serviceable. It's, well, serviceable to good. It feels fine, it's fluid, it's fun, you beat the crap out of people, you enjoy it, and to be honest, it does feel like bending when you do have your bending, as you will see. I'm just not going to mess around this time, because you see, this is how easy you're actually supposed to take, guys, but I was too busy running in circles and trying to explain stuff. And as you saw when the combat ended, I got a medal. Throughout a chapter, every little section of combat, so this is another one now, has a medal associated with it, from terrible to platinum, and you have to see how well you can do in the fight, such as not getting hit, killing them as fast as possible, you know, the normal kind of parameters for being good at a brawler game. Also, I am controlling this with a controller, because while it is available with keyboard, it is infinitely better if you can plug in an Xbox or PS3 controller and use it that way. Also, as you can see, there's various parkour bits where you can find secrets, you can dodge around the place with some acrobatics, and you do have the ability to block and counter incoming moves. Now this down here, oh no, this is actually an objective. I was assuming this was going to be a secret place. It's been a while since this mission, actually. Okay, so these guys need beating down right now. I kind of like the earth, but at the same time, it's really slow. I think from my experiments, fire seems like to be the strongest melee type, which makes sense because the martial arts that fire was actually based on is quite an aggressive, powerful martial arts. And boom! And there we go, 3 out of our 4 spirit waters. We are nearly back to bending, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, we are here on Air Temple Island. There is also lots of mini-games that happen in the game that we will hopefully see as we go through that I can explain to you. For example, pro bending is in the game, works really well, it's a nice little mini game, and you actually feel like you're part of the rules of pro bending. And there are various barriers around the game, such as this box that can only be opened with types of bending, such as the big ass square one that we're about to see over there. So obviously I need to get my spirit jars before I can continue. Shut up, Korra, I am speaking! Ugh, just some people, they're just so rude. And here we go. Screw you, I want my bending. And yes, there are these little moments where you can... Oh god! I, for some reason, felt the need to just straight up dodge in the air, because I didn't feel like... There we go. Acquire that, and bending returns. And now we can actually fight in a way that, you know, makes a lot of sense. Okay, so look, now we can do some really ridiculously impressive stuff with all the various elements, such as this move in the air. Oh no, we've only got our water back. Oh yeah, obviously. What am I on about? It really is. It's not a long game, so it's been a while since I've done this. So how this works is these chests, the more you beat on them, the better the quality of item you get from them. Now these just drop vanity items, they don't have any real effect on gameplay, but for example, if I start beating the crap out of them with my water elemental as fast as I can, using the fast attacks, combining, seeing what I can do, eventually it will open and tell me what grade I got in terms of beating it down. So you can do really cool stuff, to be fair. The bending in this game is by far the best representing of bending in a Avatar game I have ever seen. It really is good. And while there's not been that many, it still is quite the accolade to have done it the best. There are obvious problems with this game. Its lack of general complexity, its shortness, its lack of openness. Though it is a brawler game, it just feels very half-baked and just constricted while still being fun. Though, to its credit, it is a 12 quid licensed title. What really can you expect? And for what it is, it's genuinely fine. If you were a fan of the show, you will get enjoyment out of this. There is no real doubt about that. You will find this amusing. So as you can see, I got an A rank from beating it up there. Let's lock onto one of these and do some longer range water bending now that I have it. Ah, I just can't reach. Okay, we're going to have to return to... Wait, there we go. And boom, boom, boom! Lovely jubbly. So you're a lot powerfuler now that you have your bending. A lot harder to stop. So we're going to go see... Oh my god. Okay, hello guys. How are you? How are you doing? Just lock onto you real quick. Get rid of... Boom! Oh, he dodged it. He dodged it. Stop trying to equalize me. A man is gone. Accept that. Oh, it's kind of frustrating that sometimes the meleeing is actually more effective than the actual bending. Come on, come on. Here we go. Here we go. Come on. Just do your things. Dodge the things. There we go. Boom. So your bending does a crap ton of damage, especially when you get to close range. You do have your combo system, get high combos, get good scores, get good medals. Jobs are good. And so I'm going to go open the water chest over there, because finding collectibles is, of course, a cool little side thing to do. Nothing major. It's not like you're going to be replaying the game much, and that's really the heart of this. Apart from the sense of accomplishment for doing this on a harder difficulty, you're not really going to be inspired to play this game once, because it's like watching an episode of Korra and then watching the same episode over again. Unless it was mind-blowing, you're really not going to be doing that. You may watch it again a year later when you're rewatching the series, and the same could be said about this game, but it certainly offers no short-term replayability. And here we have someone who is boss fight! And by boss fight, I just mean slightly harder to kill than everyone else I have previously been fighting. But still, when you have your bending against non-benders, it's very easy to take them down by just simply spamming. And I am on the hardest difficulty that I am allowed to play on. You can unlock Mega Super Extreme, which just makes the game unfairly difficult, like legitimately. And see, he was very easily dispatched despite being a mini-boss. And now we can go up to here and simply smash through it. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. And there it goes. Looking pretty good. Huh, huh, huh. See, I don't remember Korra being that agile, but maybe that's just me. Okay. No! How dare I get cornered by such tomfoolery? Boom, boom. And B! And the good thing about the B attack is if any of their friends get close enough to them, such as all three of them there, it insta-kills them all, which is a nice little thing to do. It does make you feel quite powerful. And of course, as you've been seeing, you can lock on enemies all fine, like you would expect to be able to do. And honestly, the action high-pacedness is really there. You do feel like a badass avatar bender. The only downside is that you can't really bend multiple elements at the same time, just generally speaking. You have to choose what element you're currently bending, which, while still technically the avatar, because most avatars do one at the time and only really do multiple in the avatar state, I would like to be able to more fluidly swap. And while you can mid-combo switch to an element and start that element's combo, I just really wanted a more fluid, like, spike up into, like, air slam down into, like, I don't know, you know what I'm saying. It could have been a much more avatar-y experience, but again, it's not terrible. That really is the inherent message of this game. It's fine for an Avatar licensed game, better than by far it could have been, I'll say that, but not mind-blowing. But at the same time, for its cheap price, relatively, I would recommend it if you're a fan of the show and just want to experience cool notions of beating up stuff as Korra, because you do get quite a nice little bit of enjoyment. There's also sections where you can ride Naga, her like polar bear dog mount, and it's like, what it reminds me of that section actually is the Crash Bandicoot sections in Warped, where you would ride like a dinosaur or run away from one and you can switch lanes depending on the obstacles and stuff, and it is actually really quite fun. It's quite a skill-based game, and I did enjoy the Naga sections quite a lot. I really want to hurry up and get my rest of my bending back so I can show you guys the other elements, but I just really didn't want to spoil too much of the game. And of course, there is all these pots that you've seen me breaking around the place, acquiring currency for the Spirit Shop, which is run by Uncle Iroh, and you can access that on the chapter select screen. So once we complete this chapter, I can show you all about that. But yes, it's really not a difficult game to explain, as you've been seeing. Okay, here we are, finally arriving in the courtyard. Hello, everybody. How are you doing? Da-da-da! Waterbender! Well, 3 of them. Alright, well, this is awesome. It's alright, I got this.
The temple's been invaded.
Come on, come on, and slam down! I really want the other elements. Water is my least favorite element to bend in this game, and also probably least favorite in real life now that I think about it. So, really, it's just not good. But I'm trying to get rid of Water Guy because he is very, very irritating. Earth Guy is kind of easy, Fire Guy is somewhere in the middle. Water Guy has very long-range moves that he just keeps spamming at you, and you do get into various boss fights like this. I want fire guy to get a little bit closer so I can try and... I love being able to do this, by the way. Oh, I just didn't do it in time. The fact that you can sort of push them to where you want them to go while they're knocked out is both hilarious and absurd at the same time. So you see how I countered a little bit of bending that got thrown at me there. I will try and show you that again. Oh, damn it. That sphere move where you fire things, by the way, is something you can do later on. Oh, I want to try to show you a counter, but I guess it's just not worth it. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, whoop, whoop is the noise you'll be making throughout most of this game, as it stands. And there we go. He is gone. Which...
What is going on?
Yeah, what is going on, Korra? What is going on? Ow! Ow! Alright, well, I'll open the shop just real quick. As you can see, run by Uncle Iroh, and you can buy various things to help power you up throughout your journey. I love that Iroh's tea is one of them, because that is just perfect, and only one per customer on it as well. So yes, you can get various general power-ups, double your health, but halves your attacking power, general trade-offs, and that one is cool, to be fair, but very powerful and very expensive. But there's not anything I want to buy specifically right now, but it is a nice little thing to work towards. But you never find yourself strapped for cash in this game, honestly. You really, really don't. So you're not going to be spending time farming or anything like that. It really is truly a brawler game. So, if I do this, and boom, that should have... That was rank C! Are you kidding me? That was a power attack! Oh. Okay, guys, so what I've done for this attempt is gone to Uncle Iroh's shop and bought items that I really didn't want to have to buy till later in the game, but because... honestly, we're approaching embarrassing stage with me actually beating this fight. I'm just like, screw it, this is happening now. I will win this fight. Screw everything. So let's just freaking go for it.
The temple's been invaded.
Boom, ba boom, boom, ba boom, ba boom, boom, ba boom, ba boom. What a smash is how I do. What a smash is where I go. There we go. Alright, we actually got a bit of spirit power action there. And there we go. Come on. See, it often does reward you for just being overly aggressive at everything. Hey, hey, calm down. Boom, boom. Okay, and he is out of here. Goodbye, my friend. Goodbye, my friend. Did I just get all three of them in one go? Haha, that is how you do. That is how you do. Do not mind me. Boom! Level 3 on waterbending, which is fantastic, because now you get some very, very cool powers. As you go up levels, like, you eventually start being able to do ridiculous, ridiculous icy blasts and stuff, and massive, like, spike barriers. It's just mental, the kind of bending that you do get up to, which is important in a brawler game. You do want the ability to head towards very powerful combos that make you do feel, like, unstoppable. As we are about to see. Yeah, bitches, run.
And don't come back.
See, it's lovely getting these little bits of animated scenes, because it does really feel like you're playing the show, which is lovely as a fan. And then this is the chapter results that you get, a medal for each of the fights that you were part of, and you get to see how you're done, and see all of the items that you managed to find. So I did get a rank A, which is really quite nice, and a lot of spirit energy to spend on Iroh's shop. And then you can also go to Korra's room, where you can have a look at the items that you've bought, you can have a look at the combos that you're doing, and you can make sure you're up to date with your bending, basically. That's what they need there. So the item I bought, this basically just revives me when I die, and the other one is a heal, so it's better to be safe than sorry. And of course you can look at your collection of collectibles, which is nice. I love that I've got the Blue Spirits mask, that's fantastic. So there we have it, guys. This is everything I really need to show you in a nutshell. It's just a series of fights, mini-games, mostly going down corridors. There's some parkour. It's not bad, it's not brilliant, it's fun if you're a fan. It's probably something to pass on if you're not, but it is a cheap game, and it certainly could have been a lot worse for a licensed title. So Do with it what you will. I enjoyed it, but I am a massive fan of the show, so take that into consideration. My name has been Rage. Please remember to like if you've enjoyed this, and subscrizzle for more. And goodbye.